Once again, welcome back to the 12th IRF World Racquetball Championship from Anyang, Korea. I'm Dan Cushon along with my partner Gary Mazeroth, and we are in the doubles semifinals between Team USA and Team Mexico. And the two players that are on the team right now that are getting ready to serve right now for Team USA, very talented players. We have really great players for both teams, Gary.
We certainly do, and it's really U.S. power versus the finesse of the Mexicans.
And it'll be really interesting to see how that finesse and power, or that power, will match up against the Mexicans. And right now, Team USA is on a mission, and they have the lead in this match. So right now it is 4 serving 1 in game number 1. And that one hung up on the ceiling straight down, and they'll replay. Gary, right now, this entire tournament has been a tournament full of surprises. And right now in this game, it's really anybody's game.
Well, it is. I think it's going to come down, Dan, to unforced errors. If Mexico can hold in there and eliminate their unforced errors, they have a great chance to win, because last week they took them to the tiebreaker 11-8.
Mike Dennison on serve. And look at the power by Dennison. Dennison is a tremendous player. We had a chance to see him in the Linmar Classic in Colorado, on the high altitude of Colorado Springs. And you want to talk about a very fast ball. It was incredible. Dennison on serve. Return. And another point for Team USA.
You're not going to see too much finesse on the part of Dennison there.
And right now there's a stoppage of play. We will now look at the way these two teams came into the semifinals, and it was a long road to get here into the semifinals for Team USA. As you look at the bracket right here, Team USA now in the semifinals against Team Mexico, and this is going to be one of those games where, you know, when you look at the players that are going to be competing not only in the semifinals but the championship, we've got the best players in the world here.
Best players in the world, absolutely, and arguably this could be the final.
And there is a timeout right now. We're going to take a timeout as well and come back for more from the 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships from Anyang, South Korea. Welcome back to the 12th IRF World Racquetball Championship from Anyang, South Korea. And we are in game number 1. Dennison on serve, game number 1. Leading it 6-1. Great return that time by Team Mexico.
I think that's going to determine the match, Dan, as the unforced errors. Shane just put one into the floor.
And right now, skip. And Mexico now getting another point, and it's now 6, or I should say 2 serving 6. Or was it a reserve?
No, that was an unforced error by Polo. So it's a handout. Moreno's now serving.
So Javier Moreno on serve. Team Mexico. Splat in the corner. A great play that time by Shane Vanderson. So Shane now on serve for Team USA. Leading this match, game 1.
Great pass there. Mexico was moving up to cover the pinch, and Shane passed Moreno on the left side.
So now it's 7 serving 2. Game number 1. Team USA with the lead. The semifinals of the World Racquetball Championship.
Another unforced error by Vanderson.
Now Dennison on serve. We're in the doubles in game number 1 from Anyang, South Korea. Look at the power by Dennison.
And what happened there was he hit his partner, who was situated legally in the service box, so he's entitled to one more serve.
So now Dennison on serve. Team USA leading this game 6-2.
He's going to go with a more defensive serve, see what happens. Obviously it didn't work.
Nice return that time by Team Mexico. So the return by Team Mexico.
They're coming in, serving 1-7. Let's see if they can put a few points together. Gutierrez
So Polo now serving for Team Mexico. Dennison. Polo. And Vanderson couldn't quite get there.
If Mexico matches the unforced errors of the U.S., they're in trouble. And they just can't play a pat-back game. They're going to have to keep the U.S. running so they make more mistakes.
Moreno on serve now.
That's tough.
Vanderson right in the corner. Very tough to return the velocity on that. And now the Americans, Team USA, on serve, game 1, leading it 7-1. Dennison. Gutierrez. Vanderson in the corner. Couldn't quite get there.
Great cross-court pass. Great cross-court pass.
Absolutely. The way these two teams communicate, you can tell that they played for quite some time, and they're really communicating well. Team USA leading it now 8-1. In the corner, Skip.
No. Hand out.
So
that ball did splat. It was a legal shot.
So now Dennison on serve. Team USA leading it 8-1. Not very many players can return a serve like that. Dennison with a great athletic move. Back in the corner, Dennison not quite enough.
What Polo did there was he hit a wide-angle pass which jammed into the side wall and handcuffed Vanderson so he couldn't respond. Coming into serve now.
So now it is 1 serving 8 in game number 1. 1 serving 8, and on serve right now, Team Mexico. In the corner, couldn't quite get there. That's exactly where they need to hang those balls up.
Great left side pass. Vanderson was caught sleeping in the deep court.
And now Team Mexico serving.
Polo Gutierrez 2-8.
So Polo Gutierrez now on serve for Team Mexico, trailing it 2 serving 8. Game 1.
Tremendous splat by Dennison. At least in my opinion it was. I guess they called it a skip.
Skip ball. Gutierrez now has his 3rd point for Team Mexico in game number 1, and another skip ball back-to-back. A reserve.
No, actually, that was a rollout. That was a statement shot by Dennison. I think he thought the previous one had rolled out, and they called it a skip, so he just said, well, I'm just going to hit it straight in and roll the ball out.
So you see Dennison gathering his wits, and a lot riding right now on Team USA, and both these teams really getting into the championship, and it could be the championship game right now.
Well, it could be, but the ace in the hole for the U.S. is Husek, and quite frankly, it's very slim that Mexico can win because Gutierrez has to come in and play singles again, and he's just not going to beat Husek.
Against the top player in the world.
Yep.
The world rankings. So right now, Team Mexico falling further behind. Game number 1, Team Mexico now leading this 8 serving 2 in game number 1. High up on the top. Vanderson, nice splat in the corner. Now it's 9 serving 2 in game number 1. We played at 15. We're in game number 1 of the World Racquetball Champions semifinals. Vanderson. Polo. Dennison. Polo for Team Mexico.
Dan
couldn't quite get there.
The U.S. is full of confidence. They're just doing what they've established as a game plan. It's exciting because a couple months ago they got blown out by a third-tier Mexican team in Ecuador, and they're just blowing Mexico out right now.
Game number 1, it's been all Americans. 10 serving 2. Game 1. From Anyang, South Korea.
Great shot by...
Or was that Gutierrez?
That was, Polo Gutierrez's partner is Javier Moreno. Moreno just hit a drop shot straight in.
So Moreno able to put that one in. Dennison now on serve for Team USA. Game number 1.
Gutierrez. Side out. what they're doing is they're wide angling across court and making Dennison turn to hit deep court shots to create unforced errors.
So side out gives Mexico a chance to get a point here, trailing it big time. Game number 1.
Great
Team
shot.
Mexico.
Near side pinch. I think if Mexico can put a string of 3 points together here, their confidence is gonna build. They'll be right back in the game.
So now Mexico on serve with their 3rd point of game 1.
You see what's going on.
They're getting their confidence now.
Absolutely.
Team Mexico is coming back. And right now there's a stoppage of play. And we'll take a break as well. We're in South Korea for the 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships. Right now it's Team USA leading, but Team Mexico serving 4-10 in game number 1. Dennison. Man, I'm telling you what, the power of these players and in such a short, confined place to play a doubles match against high-velocity balls like this is absolutely incredible. And now Team Mexico.
You know, they got U.S. was a little fortunate there, Dan. Shane was right in the way. Could have been an avoidable hinder.
Look at that. Vanderson.
All right. Keeping up with the theme, driving the ball on what they call a wide angle, jamming him, giving them defensive serves, making them be defensive as well. And it's the last thing the U.S. wants to do, to be is defensive.
5th point of game 1 for Team Mexico. And a hinder right there. And I believe a reserve. No,
actually that ball skipped in.
Yep, skip. Right now it's the 6-point Team Mexico, trailing at 1.91, has come back, and they've cut the lead to 4. Dennison went high up off the back wall.
Great shot in the corner. Hand out.
And right now Team Mexico gets their 5th point of game 1 here in the semifinals. 6 serving 10, and Javier Moreno on serve for Team Mexico.
See if he can put a few points together. He's going with the high lob.
Vanderson. Team USA, Vanderson. Up the back wall, Vanderson.
Skipping it in again.
Yep, couldn't quite get there in time, put the racket, and unable to do anything with the ball. That's the 7th point of game number 1 for Team Mexico. Here in game 1, Javier Moreno on serve.
Staying with the defensive serves. Changed the pace on that one because of what happened the previous one.
In the corner, Vanderson diving. Team Mexico. Gutierrez.
Great angle by Dennison.
Yep.
Hit a Z angle and handcuffed Gutierrez in the back right corner. Couldn't do anything with it.
You can absolutely, you can see the athleticism in a side-out Team USA, Dennison on serve, and you can see the athleticism. Dennison and Vanderson,
they may be
very
big,
athletic.
But they may be big, but they can move. But if they try and play the Mexican game, they're going to lose. Mexico accomplished what they wanted the last 2 innings. They got right back into the game, 7-10.
So right now it's just a three-point lead for Team USA in game number 1. And if this is any indication of how good these players or good this racquetball is going to be from Anyang, South Korea, we're in for a great, great tournament. And it's been a great tournament.
Absolutely.
Championships, obviously the more exciting rounds. Dennison couldn't quite get there. Yes.
What happened was Dennison flicked at the ball, did not touch it, and the ball hit the Mexican opponent, so it's a point scored.
Vanderson on serve. Team USA leading it now, 11-7.
Great splat by Moreno. He's going to have to put that ball to nick the side wall deep, otherwise Moreno could come in and do with the ball as he wishes.
Half down called. So now Dennison will serve 11-7 in game 1.
Okay, he's going with an offensive serve. Let's see what type of angle he gives him. Yeah.
Dennison. Tremendous power. Both teams. Vanderson, look at that.
Skipped in. Thought it skipped in. Guess I got screened out by Moreno as he dove for the ball. Great shot.
So now Gutierrez serving for Team Mexico. The 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships. And it's 11 serving 7 in game
11.
1. 7-7 serving 11. Beg your pardon. In game number 1. Couldn't quite get there.
Handout on that.
Yep. Now Team Mexico.
Okay, Moreno's going with a different serve. He's hitting an offensive serve. Didn't work.
Javier couldn't quite get there.
I don't think that's his strength. He's playing right into the strength of Anderson. He would love him to pound serves, and he can't pound it the way these guys from the U.S. can.
Vanderson on serve right now. Dennison, his partner. Team USA in control of this game so far. 11 serving 7. We're in game number 1.
Roll out
Right
straight in.
Yep, Vanderson. Not a lot that Team Mexico could do with that. And that will...
Yeah.
Now they'll call a reserve.
No, actually, it's a handout.
It's a handout. Beg your pardon. So Dennison now gets a chance to add on to the lead for Team USA.
It's a tough call. Our angle's different than downstairs where the referee, Pablo Fate from Chile, is standing. We actually have a better view. Now what happened there was, with international rules, if the ball hits above the 12-foot line on the back wall, it's out of play, and that's what happened. So Mexico coming in again, 7-11.
So 7 serving 11 in game number 1. And Team Mexico on serve.
28 countries represented here, about 8 first-time countries. And full teams, we had the better part of 20 men and women's teams. It's exciting, and if you see the international flavor, you can see the international flavor in this match with Mexico playing the U.S. We have a referee from Chile, and we have 2 lines people, Isaias and Simo from the Dominican Republic. By the way, that's where they held the Pan Americans Racquetball Championships last year.
And you know, it's a great big racquetball family. Everybody really involved, and the country is very supportive. It's been a lot of fun. From Anyang, South Korea.
Okay. 7-11, Mexico coming in. Let's see if they can get back right in the game where they want to be.
Team Mexico on serve. Dennison behind the back. Team Mexico. That.
Okay, what happened there was Vanderson just reacted to the shot, put his other arm up, saying he was screened. So they're going to replay it. Polo Gutierrez from Chihuahua, Mexico is serving.
So now Gutierrez serve. Dennison, Vanderson couldn't quite get there. And right now,
it's a handout. He was able to put it away over there in the left corner. So it's still 7-11.
7 serving 11 in game number 1. Team Mexico hanging in there in game 1 against Team USA.
Okay.
Skip.
Anderson tried to come in and short hop and hit a splat and put it into the floor, so it's 8-11. Let's see if he does the same serve.
The 8th point of game number 1 for Team Mexico. Anderson
says, that's okay. 1 out of 2 is not bad, so they're coming in now. U.S. 11-8.
Very rarely can you give Vanderson a second chance.
That's right. They're not where they are for nothing. So Javier says, I'll do the same thing.
Javier with a nice splat in the corner. It's now 11 serving 9 in game number 1. Dennison on serve for Team USA.
See if he goes with the hard Z serve to the forehand side again.
Now Dennison. Vanderson. Dennison. Moreno. Now Gutierrez. Look at that. Dennison extending.
Oh, my.
In the corner.
What a shot. Reverse pinch by Moreno, who moved all the way into the deep right corner as a lefty to end the rally, and now they're coming in.
Dennison, after he made the extension, very tough to get back up and do anything with that ball in the corner.
Exactly.
After extending all the way out on the floor.
The U.S. doesn't want to get into a rally with Mexico. If they do, they're probably going to be on the defensive. They're likely to lose the match. They're banking on a 3-shot rally, serve, return a serve, and put away. But what happened there was Dennison hit a drive straight to the forehand side. Polo set up Vanderson. He wasn't able to end the rally.
So now it's 9 serving 11 in game number 1. Team Mexico on serve. Dennison, skip. And right now, Team Mexico with another point.
10-11.
It's now a 1-point lead. It was as many as 8.
Nick Lobb and Dennison, what he did was he drove it cross-court into that left side wall and handcuffed Moreno. Moreno now serving, second server, 10-11.
Javier Moreno. Javier
goes up top with it. Z-shot.
Dennison.
Great
Moreno.
hit by Dennison. He was able to hit a near side pinch right side, and Moreno got caught on his heels, wasn't able to respond. So U.S. coming in with a 1-point lead, 11-10. They haven't scored in 3 innings.
So now Vanderson trying to get back into this game. The Team USA built up a huge lead in game number 1, only to see it evaporate after some outstanding play by Team Mexico. And right now it's a 1-point lead for Team USA in game number 1, 11 serving 10. Vanderson, here's the serve. Dennison.
Polo, near side
Polo.
pinch again. Too good to get.
Outstanding play.
These guys are building confidence with every inning. Now Mike's going to try a defensive serve and see if he can create an unforced error.
Dennison.
Another
Moreno.
skip.
Yep, another skip. Side out, and a great chance for Team Mexico to tie things up here in game number 1. We'll get into some of the terminology for those first-time racquetball viewers. Some of the terminology, half down. Let's talk about that. When you hear a half down, what does that mean?
Well, and just about the entire game, aside from the initial part of each game where only one player comes in to serve for the first team, half down means, or half out means one of the players loses his or her serve.
And so both team members get a chance to serve.
Right, because that was a side out. He's
That's
coming
right.
with a Nick Lobb. Exactly what he wanted to do. He got Dennison to shoot it, left the ball up, and Polo was able to hit a reverse rollout into the left corner. And look at the score now, Dan.
11 serving 11. Team Mexico has a lot of people interested in this game. Dennison.
What happened there was Vanderson read Moreno for a pinch, went over to the right side, covered, and ended the rally. So we have a half down or half out.
So the next time the Team Mexico cannot convert, it's a side out, and Team USA will get a chance to serve.
It's a handout. Yeah, the next one, that's right. Goes with the reverse again, and look at this.
Vanderson.
Look at this. Put himself in a predicament, was passed.
So side out back over to Team USA. And now, as we remain tied 11-11, Team USA built up as many as an 8-point lead in this game. We're in game 1. Skip. Half down. And now Dennison will get a chance to try and break this tie. It's 11-11.
Mexico continues to jam the ball into that side wall and is handcuffing these guys who can rip the ball when they get full extension. So they're neutralizing their power.
It's a smart move.
Absolutely.
Absolutely smart move. Here's Dennison. World Racquetball Championships.
Great return.
Yep. Now Dennison able to get the 12th point of game number 1. Must win by 2. They're 3 points away from victory in game number 1. 12 serving 11. 18.
Actually, the 2-point spread is the IRT rule, and these guys play on the Pro Tour. So in international play, they only need to win by 1. It's 15 point games. First 2, if it goes the third or the tiebreaker, it goes to 11. Win by 1. But these guys are used to the 3 out of 5 format where they need to win by 2.
That's right. So am I. Dennison on serve. 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships. Dennison.
He got away with Polo got away with a left up reverse, and Dennison. What happened was he was, I think, surprised that the ball stayed up, and then created an unforced error and hit it into the floor.
11 serving 12, game number 1. Dennison. Oh, there's not a lot you can do with that play. A nice return, Dennison.
For those in our crowd, you can aspire to do that, but most of you will never reach that.
The velocity. Moreno on serve.
His partner says,
side out.
If you can do it, I can do it. So here they come in trying to close out game 1.
So right now it's 12 serving 11 in game number 1.
Another timeout.
And there's a timeout. We'll take one as well. Back with more from the 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships from Anyang, South Korea after this. Welcome back to the 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships from Anyang, South Korea. I'm Dan Quishel along with Gary Mazeroff, and we're happy that you're here.
Oh, my.
That is
Vanderson
a tremendous hit by Vanderson.
Splatted the ball from 38 feet.
Not very many people can do that.
No, that's true. They can't even do it when they're practicing by themselves.
13 serving 11. Dennison.
What we had there was a gross miscommunication between the U.S. players. What was seemingly a rally-ending shot ended up being a handout. Let's see if that's a turning point, because they still have to score 2 more points to close out this game.
So now Dennison with a final chance right here on this opportunity to add on to their lead, 13-11. Moreno. Vanderson. Gutierrez. Dennison.
Great down-the-line pass by Polo, and the quickness of and the arm strength of Dennison, but just couldn't keep the ball in play. So Mexico's coming in down 11-13 in a position to end this game.
Side out. Now Gutierrez on serve for Team Mexico. Game 1. Dennison. There's Moreno. Dennison. Listen to the power of that hit. Moreno. Dennison.
Okay,
Moreno.
wait, he's going to call a hold-up. Hinder, safety hinder.
Safety hinder. Both players out of position there, and a hinder, and they'll reserve.
Dan, you can see the importance of this match. What's happening now when the game is on the line is both teams are putting a little more into each shot, and they're leaving balls up.
So right now it is 11 serving 13. We're in game number 1 of the IRF World Racquetball Championship semifinals. Team Mexico, the team in green and white, taking on the blue of Team USA.
Mexico needs to win this match in order to force the second singles. But they have a slim chance of winning the whole thing. U.S. is likely to move on and play Canada in the finals.
High up top.
Oh, just a great splat right side by Polo Gutierrez. And look at the score now.
So Polo Gutierrez now gives a chance for Team Mexico, as the score right now should read.
What's the point?
11 serving 13, and right now
that's a handout.
Yep,
so Moreno's coming in, second server. Let's see if he can score.
So Moreno is the last chance on this opportunity for Team Mexico to get a point. If they give up the rally, a side out goes to Team USA, who already have the lead, 13-11. Vanderson.
Okay, what happened there was Moreno decided to hit the ball into the middle and make Vanderson hit his forehand. Usually the forehand's the strength, but Vanderson is so strong that it pulled him out of his comfort zone, skipped it in. So now it's 12-13. Left this ball up again. Polo.
Everything you'd expect from two great teams.
Wide angle again.
In game number 1.
Oh, my. Just another reverse. Forehand reverse, left corner by Gutierrez. And it's tied this game up after a pretty heavy spread.
And it's really ignited this crowd as well. 13 serving 13 in game number 1 of the semifinals World Racquetball Championship from Anyang, South Korea. And you couldn't ask for a better first game.
Not at all.
In the doubles semifinals.
Guys from Mexico, I mean, nobody scares them.
Yeah.
These guys are young, but they've been playing, their entire lives. And the U.S. has something to prove, even though they're acing the hole. Husak is waiting in case they fall.
Husak, the number 1 ranked player in the world.
Look at that.
Skip.
Again, Moreno says, hey, I found something. Vanderson puts it right into the floor. He didn't not only put it into the floor, I mean, he towed that ball right down at his feet.
Absolutely tremendous play there.
You can see the body language of Anderson. His shoulders are shrugged, or actually down, and he's not a happy camper right now.
The 12th IRF. It's hard to believe it's the 12th already.
That's true, and Mexico's used to the crowds. Second to none in the attraction to the racquetball public in terms of spectators. They put a huge facility in San Luis Potosí and staged the 2000 World Championships. They had 400 or 500 people watching a match, and so they're used to this.
And you talk about Mexico, the
Junior Worlds for the first time will be out of the U.S., outside the U.S. in December of this year, 16 through 21 December, at that same location in San Luis Potosí, Mexico.
And we will be there.
Absolutely.
Tennis Channel. And there is a stoppage of play. We'll take a break as well. The 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships from Anyang, South Korea continues right after this. Once again, welcome back to the 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships from Anyang, South Korea. And we are in game number 2. No score. Mexico winning game number 1. We'll recap it in just a moment. We're in game number 2. Vanderson on serve for Team USA.
Coming down the middle with a drive serve. Okay. What he's doing is what allowed Mexico to win that first game. He's coming down the middle. Except he's going hard and low. Mexico went higher and softer.
The 23-year-old from Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio. And a half down, and now Dennison on serve.
Not a good sign. Not a good sign. You have a free rein when you're serving. He hits a Z serve, had not done one in the match, and hits a 3-wall serve, which is a handout.
So now Dennison.
And same thing. These guys,
they're frustrated.
Absolutely, and that was the theme of game 1. They had a big lead, couldn't close them out. Unforced errors allowed Mexico to creep back.
Gutierrez serving, and there is a point for Team Mexico. And now it's tied up 1-1. If Mexico wins this game, we go into
tiebreaker.
A tiebreaker.
Which will be the number 1 singles for both teams. Unfortunately for Mexico, Polo Gutierrez is doubling up, and he's going to have to play singles.
So we'll explain right now is that if Mexico wins in the tournament, they will be tied with Team USA, and they'll play the championship with a one-on-one against their best players. Here goes Team Mexico. Dennison.
That's a hold-up.
Yep.
I think he'll agree to replay it.
Ball coming down the line. Dennison couldn't get out of the way of the ball. They'll replay this serve. And Moreno. Javier. Nice return that time by Polo Gutierrez. And we're tied up 1-1. And now on serve, Javier Moreno for Team Mexico. Game 2.
Reverse pinch by Dennison, left corner.
You can see how these players really work the floor, and it's an exciting game, this racquetball.
Fast and furious. That was a short serve. Let's see if they play it out.
Short serve has to come back to the 5-foot line, and they will half down. Dennison.
Short serve.
Short serve. Okay, so Dennison now on serve for Team USA. Tied up 1-1.
He's going with an offensive serve again. Got that one in.
Dennison behind the back.
Look what happens. His partner got trapped along the left side wall, and Moreno says, I'm just going to let this ball hit him.
Yep, he played it perfectly. Chose not to shoot the ball, let it hit Vanderson, so now it's a side out over to Team Mexico as we're tied up 1-1 in Game 2. Team Mexico winning game number 1. after trailing much of game one.
Ceiling exchange. That's going to play into the hands of the Mexicans if they continue to go to the ceiling.
Vanderson.
Nice flick of the wrist by Vanderson to end that rally with a straight-in kill.
Half down, you see the slight frustration from Javier Marino. And there he is for Team Mexico. Javier Marino now on serve, tied up 1-1.
Okay, goes to this left knot. Tried to trick Dennison, but he was ready for it. The problem with that is you trick your partner as well because the ball's coming to your partner's side and forces your partner along the wall.
Side up.
Oh, great athletic play by Dennison. That ball was jamming his chest. He was able to flick it into the left corner to end the rally.
2 serving 1, Team USA. Vanderson. Not a lot that Mexico could do about that play.
They got to clear him out and use those angles, but they've come out of that game plan for some reason.
It was really working for him in game number 1.
Okay, set up off the back wall. There it is.
Nice extension, Marino. Marino! Dennison!
Oh! Incredible try.
Man, that was by both teams. Outstanding.
Here's the model. Dennison's a middle linebacker and just Dick Butkus style, leaving his feet for a tackle.
3 serving 1 in game number 2. Team USA needs to win this game to obviously extend the match, but if Team USA goes down to defeat and Mexico goes on to win, there'll be a tiebreaker situation in the tournament, and the third game will be there'll be a full game.
It'll be a full match, it comes down to the number 1 singles players from both teams. And Jack Husek is just waiting in the wings, fresh. He blitzed everybody in the first part of the tournament. And Polo's the number 1 singles player, and he's going to be tired.
He will be very tired.
Even if he's not tired, it's going to be highly unlikely he would beat him.
Dennison, splat in the corner. So now Team USA extends the lead, now 4 serving 1 in game number 2. We're at the 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships from Anyang, South Korea. Dennison on serve for Team USA. Vanderson high off the ceiling.
Oh, my.
Javier Marino.
Great shot. I mean, he was standing in front of the service line, which is 15 feet from the front wall.
So side out for Team Mexico, and it's now 1 serving 4. Game number 2, Mexico winning game 1. Dennison.
Almost
the back.
Tried to reverse it off that right side wall, and unfortunately he was off his feet when he made that attempt. So Mexico's coming in down 2-4.
A lot like what happened in game 1.
Yes, sir.
They were trailing by as many as 8 in game 1, Mexico was, to Team USA. Came back to not only tie it up, but went on to win game 1.
Once again, Polo's going to have to put that high lob off that right side wall so to dissuade Dennison from coming in and attacking. If he can get it off the wall, Dennison's going to go up top, and that's not his game.
Half down. Team Mexico working hard to get there.
Wide angle pass.
Yep, couldn't quite get there in time. A side out, back over to Team USA, and they lead it by 2, 4 serving 2 in game number 2. Vanderson on serve. And Javier Marino couldn't get to the ball.
It's a long serve.
Long serve. Hit the bat.
At least Vanderson doesn't think so. So we'll see what happens. I think they're appealing. Both teams are entitled to appeal just about every event that occurs on the floor. So in that case, Vanderson thought the serve was legal. The call by the ref, Pablo Farge from Chile, was long serve.
And the call has been made a reserve. No, they give I beg your pardon.
Let's see what happened. We'll ask our statistician, Rick Mattson. Point scored. So it was overruled.
Yep, it was overruled.
Legal serve, ace, 5-2.
An ace serve call. The Team Mexico thought it was a long serve. And with that decision by the judge, Team USA is awarded a point, and it's now 5-2, game number 2.
Okay, now he comes with a Nick lob off the left. Oh, my.
Javier Moreno.
Leaves his feet, full extension, near side, pinch, left corner, hand out, Dennison serving.
Nice crowd has joined us here from the 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships. It's now 5-2. A lot of tension in the air right now.
Absolutely.
Watching this match.
I'm in standing room only here.
Dennison on serve.
Okay, puts it right back in the middle. He split the seam. A true pass shot. That ball never made the back wall. Hit it high enough for him to get it up front, but he was so surprised that he just couldn't respond. He was on his heels. So Mexico coming in now. Let's see if they can put a roll together and forge a lead.
Anderson right there, wondering what they need to do, losing game number 1. And now in game number 2, Mexico now trailing it by 3, 2-5 in game number 2. And Polo Gutierrez.
High Nick lob.
Gutierrez.
Okay, what happened was Vanderson said, I'm going to still take this ball out of the air. And he rolled the ball out. Mexico's appealing. What happened was Pablo Fade said that the ball was down. The appeal by Mexico did not do any good. Both linesmen agreed, so they lose one of the 5 appeals. They only have 4 now in this game.
4 left, and on serve right now, Javier Moreno. Team Mexico. Dennison. Look at that power by Polo Gutierrez.
Off balance, off his back foot, reverse pinch. That's his best shot. You know, Polo is so unorthodox, it really doesn't matter. You know, technically he's not very sound, but he's such an athlete that he gets away with it.
And much like in game number 1, Team Mexico comes back, and now they have a chance to tie in game number 2. Dennison. Look at that. I'm telling you what.
So Mexico's playing the U.S. game. Serve, return a serve, end of rally. Straight in kill by Moreno to tie the score 5-5.
Javier is very, very confident right now. We're tied up, as you mentioned, 5-5 in game number 2. Javier Moreno. There's Dennison. Vanderson. Gutierrez from Team Mexico. Dennison.
Ends the rally.
Yep. Dennison not quite enough. And now with that, Team Mexico gaining confidence.
Here they are.
And with every point made, they gain that much more confidence. 6-5 in game number 2.
Similar tone to game 1, although they didn't give them as wide a spread this game. Plus their confidence level is so high. Let's see if they can score a few more points and put real pressure on the U.S. team.
The pressure very much on the shoulders
Timeout,
of the players. And
US.
there's a timeout by Team USA, and we'll have more in the 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships from Anyang, South Korea after this. The 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships and Team USA starting to exert themselves a little bit more.
Moreno got caught flat-foot in the deep court because Dennison left that ball up.
And now with that point, we're tied up 6-6 in game number 2. Vanderson.
Just another splat by Moreno.
And, and now they're half down. Dennison with another chance, but it seems like every time Team USA gets going, Team Mexico comes back with a play like that.
Exactly. They're not letting him score in groups. That's a key for Mexico. Unforced errors, limit them. And if they're going to score, give them 1 or 2, not 3s and 4s.
Vanderson puts it in there, and you see the reaction by Javier Moreno.
Yeah, he didn't expect that. He was just so quick, and he pounded that ball straight in.
So side out to Team USA. No, I beg your pardon, gives the point. It's now 6-6. Dennison now on serve for Team USA.
Aren't many guys that can respond so quickly from chest high and hit the ball well over 100 miles per hour that low.
Dennison on serve, tied up 6-6.
There's the wide angle again, Dan. There's that wide angle. They came away from it, and hopefully for their sake they'll come back.
So 6-6 the score. And on serve right now is Polo Gutierrez. Dennison.
Okay.
And there's Javier once again.
Dennison didn't hit the angle he wanted. Javier stayed right up front to end the rally left corner.
Mexico leading game number 2 now, 7-6, after winning game number 1.
Oh, my. He had an opportunity, but he skipped it in, so it's a handout.
So half down. Now here goes serve of Javier Marino. Leading it 7, serving 6 in game number 2. The 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships. This is the semifinals. The best teams in the tournament.
Moreno is
Team Mexico
inferring that Vanderson encroached into the safety zone, but they're not going to. Let's see what happens.
And right now you're looking
Their
at
coach.
the,
Their coach has indicated it was a legal shot, so don't waste an appeal.
So the coach does not want to waste an appeal on at this point of the game, as Team Mexico in international rules has 4 appeals left. And right now,
Actually, what happened was Moreno disregarded
his coach
appealed it, and just lost another appeal.
Now they're down to 3. And at that point, you're leading by 1.
Mm-hmm.
And so
You better be careful. They may need the appeals later in the game.
Vanderson now serving for Team USA.
Okay, unforced error by the U.S. Dennison right side. So it's a handout.
So right now, here's Dennison with the serve, trying to tie things up here in game number 2.
Okay, he's going to go with a defensive serve. Goes with a half lob. There's that wide angle again, jamming him.
Jammed it.
It just handcuffs him.
Just put it within traffic.
Exactly.
So right now, a side out, back over to Team Mexico, leading it by 1, 7 serving 6. Game number 2. Waiting in the wings.
What happens is neither player really knows who's going to get the shot.
Spinning and
great
Marino.
shot. Down the line pass. The left side was left vacated by the U.S. team, so another point scored.
Cat-like reflexes by Marino. He is very much into his game tonight.
Straight in kill off that side wall by Dennison, so it's a half out.
So it's 8 serving 6 in game number 2, and on serve right now is Javier Marino.
Okay, put the ball along the wall.
Vanderson.
To preclude Vanderson from taking it out of the air, and again, an unforced error. He tried to splat it and put it into the floor.
I really like the way Team Mexico is playing right now, don't you?
Absolutely, absolutely.
9
As soon as they got
6.
out of that first rut they were in the first game,
they have really, you can see they have found their groove and very confident in this game. 9 serving 6. Vanderson.
Okay, nice
handcuffed
shot.
him.
Nice shot.
So side out now, back over to Team USA, trailing it by 3, 6 serving 9 in game number 2.
This is a statement time for the U.S. team. Get back in the game, maybe take the lead. Otherwise, I'm very confident Mexico is going to close them out. Look at this.
At this point, they've done nothing to change that opinion, and they really are playing well. Half down, Dennison now with a chance to try and get at least a point. If they don't do that, it'll be a side out back over to Mexico with the lead. Team USA
Dave
leading
Ellis,
at 6-9.
Dave Ellis, the U.S. coach, is calling a timeout. They need to figure out a way to score, and they haven't. Once again, the two themes. One, unforced error. Mexico's leading in that category. And secondly, scoring in groups, and the U.S. hasn't been able to do that.
We'll take it to a break and show you some of the sights and sounds of Anyang and Seoul, Korea, as the 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships continue right after this. Welcome back to the 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships from Anyang, South Korea. And with that point there, Dennison able to cut the lead to 2 for Team USA, 7 serving 9.
Okay, there's that wide angle again, but fortunately for the U.S., there was contact, and they're going to replay the point.
So Dennison now will serve as, again, Team USA trailing it by 2, 7 serving 9 in game number 2. Team USA needing to win this game.
All right. Anderson says, I'm going to give him something different. Unforced error once again.
Maybe trying to shoot it too low.
Well, that's his game. You know, he's going to, you know, he's either going to do it or he's not. Right now he's not.
Dennison, another shot there. Dennison again
into
the corner.
Into the floor. Point.
Boy, Dennison is frustrated right now.
Absolutely.
Very, very frustrated. And Polo Gutierrez now on serve with Mexico leading at 10 serving 7, 5 points away from sending this into a tiebreaker in the tournament.
Oh, my. Straight in
Absolutely
return by
phenomenal.
Moreno. He looks like he's shaken up a little bit, but this guy's a warrior. He's in his mid-20s, but seems like he's been around for 30 years.
So Moreno now kind of shaking off the apparent knee injury. And Polo Gutierrez getting ready to serve. Team Mexico 4 points away from sending this into a tiebreaker in the tournament. Doesn't get any more exciting than this.
It's really exciting.
So here we go as Polo Gutierrez getting ready to serve. 11 serving 7 in game 2.
There's that Nick Lob again.
Vanderson.
You know, the return by Dennison was seemingly down, but Moreno again leaving his feet, wrapping the ball off 3 walls. But then Vanderson was able to respond and end the rally.
So now it's 11 serving 7, wiping off the floor.
Right.
Team Mexico leading this game and are 4
Right,
points away from sending it into a tiebreaker situation, a match that will involve both teams' number 1 players in a singles match to determine the championship.
Yeah, let's differentiate between tiebreaker and 2 straight. If Mexico wins this game, they will have won 2 straight. But team play,
yes,
it will have sent it into a tiebreaker, meaning the 3rd position, which is Husek and Gutierrez, would be playing.
Dennison.
Wrap around by Polo. Look at this. Wraps it around. There's nothing they can do but wait till the ball comes off the floor again, and Vanderson from 38 feet attempts a rollout and rolls it in. Another point.
I hope people at home are appreciating what's happening right now on the floor. This is exciting.
Absolutely.
This is what the game of racquetball is all about, and we're happy to bring it to you. The 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships from Anyang, South Korea. 12 serving 8, game number 2. Team Mexico playing extremely well.
There's that wide angle again. Let's see if he can end the rally. Wide angle again, keeping them deep. Oh, my. Moreno's smiling inside because he knows he missed a setup.
Man, he had it exactly where he wanted and whiffed it. So a side out back over to Team USA. And right now it's 8 serving 12 and giving Team USA an opportunity now.
Let's see if that's a turning point. Moreno's going to miss 1 out of 10, and that was it.
Right now, if there's any time to start that turning point, it'd be right now. Vanderson.
Oh, my. Vanderson
Absolutely
went
unbelievable.
he went with an offensive serve. What he tried to do was jam the ball into the middle, but Moreno read it.
He's on his game.
Was able to turn to the side and use his forehand and end the rally. Straight in kill.
There's Dennison trying to change things up there on the serve, and a nice job right there by Dennison.
There's that 3-shot rally that the U.S. is motivated to forge. They haven't been able to do that this game.
9 serving 12 in game number 2. Vanderson. Oh,
Okay, now that I believe the ref's going to say that ball was up. Now, it's an appealable call, but quite frankly, Mexico should not waste another appeal.
and right now it looks like Moreno showing his display, going to replay it.
Well, they
are going to replay.
In my opinion, that's fortunate because one linesperson disagreed and one had no opinion, so they replay the point.
So it's 9 serving 12. Dennison will reserve the ball. As Team USA, if there's any time they need to start picking it up, it'd be right now. They had pretty much most of game number 1 in control in the early parts of game 1, but let it slip away. And now in game number 2, they built up another 3 to 4 point lead, and only to see that evaporate. And now trying to come from behind, 9 serving 12 is Dennison.
Moreno is so quick on the left side. He's cat-like, and ball seemingly down he's able to get to, and not only get to, but do something positive with it. And he froze Dennison on the right side.
And now Team Mexico is 3 points away from sending this into a tiebreaker, in which we'll view the best player in the world, the top-ranked team, or the top-ranked player in the world, trying to win a championship for Team USA.
Ball was returned by the U.S. and it was left up, but Mexico wasn't able to do anything with it. So we have a handout, still ahead 12-9.
So Javier Moreno will now serve it with another chance to try and add on to their 12-9 lead for Team Mexico.
Oh, my.
Missed an opportunity there, Team Mexico.
Yeah, little nonchalance on the part of Polo.
Absolutely.
There should be a sense of urgency here to close them out.
No question about that. That's a mark of a champion, when you can put a team down when you have them on the ropes. Cannot let a team like Team USA.
Great strategic ploy by Mexico. What happened there was it was a half lob into the middle, and Javier says, "Get out of the way, Polo." Comes in and hits his forehand return, and it caught Dennison off guard.
So now Dennison will serve. It's 9 serving 12 in game number 2. Team USA
Wide
losing game
again.
1.
Wide angle, left up shot, and that's a hold up.
They'll stop and a hold up.
They'll replay it.
Yep. A very small, confined place. The ball moving so fast. Absolutely amazing how these players are able to even do anything with the ball.
What they're doing is they're hitting the ball so that Vanderson on the left side cannot respond, spinning this 240-pound guy on the right side around. That's just not playing into his strength.
So Dennison on serve. Vanderson. Gutierrez. Moreno. There's Dennison.
Oh my.
Right, exactly.
That ball
had
was
to shot it
wallpaper.
low, and Dennison able to put it exactly where he wanted it.
He was closer to the side wall, and that ball was right on the wall, and he had the wherewithal to roll the ball out.
So it's 10 serving 12 now. Team USA 2 points away from tying in game number 2. Crowd on their seats. Eager anticipation. Vanderson. Nice play by Vanderson.
Dennison's forcing Polo to hit an offensive return, and he's leaving those balls up. Vanderson has such good hands on the left side, he's able to end the rally.
And they have found something now with a chance to tie right here. Dennison.
Oh, my.
Javier Moreno.
39 feet away, left corner. At least Mexico and the crowd think so. Let's see if the U.S. appeals.
And the shaking of the fist. Javier Moreno.
Agree.
Able to.
Both lines people agree, but
they both agree.
Some of our fans upstairs thought it was a skip.
So there is a
That's the way it
timeout,
goes.
and we will be back as we show you some more of the beautiful sights of Seoul, South Korea, from the 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships on the tennis. Welcome back to the 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships from Anyang City, South Korea. We're in the Anyang City Youth Center for the World Championships. Dennison.
Responding well on that one.
Yep.
They need to get in and close this game out to force it to a third game or tiebreaker.
So it's a 12-11 score, and Mexico, as we've been talking about, has a chance to shut out the Americans right now and send it into a tiebreaker situation.
Great serve by Moreno down that left side. Oh, my.
Vanderson
High
couldn't
lob.
get there.
High lob.
Yep. Misplayed it off the racket.
Just gripped the left side wall, so Vanderson didn't have an opportunity to respond until the ball hit the floor, at which time he set them up, and they were able to end the rally left side. Putting the pressure on 13-11. 2 more points, they will have forced the team tiebreaker.
So now we are in game number 2. It's now 13 serving 11 as Javier Moreno on serve.
Goes back in the middle again.
Vanderson
jammed him. Polo was not ready for that return. Anderson hits a reverse pinch, left corner, coming in to serve, down 2 points.
So now Vanderson on serve, 11 serving 13. Team USA trailing in this game.
Oh, my.
Vanderson couldn't get there.
What Vanderson did was he threw a change of pace by hitting a Z serve to his partner's side. And Polo just responded by saying, hey, I'm unfazed. I'm going to pass you, and he did.
So now Dennison with yet another chance. And it seems like both teams are going back and forth. Dennison now with an opportunity to once again cut the lead to 1. It's now 11 serving 13. A 2-point advantage for Team Mexico. Dennison. Put it away.
Just a great backhand. Flat.
Now it's 12 serving 13 as Dennison has a chance to tie for Team USA in game number 2.
That's a great serve. Crack serve left side, but they were able to keep the ball in play.
Find the corner.
Found the corner. Javier had an opportunity, but wasn't able to negotiate the return.
The hat's got to have to go off for Team Mexico. They have really played a great match so far, but I think Team USA is starting to put things together right now as they have tied up the game. Game number 2, 13-13. In a game the Team USA needs to win.
I think Mexico needs to win this too, because if they lose this game, their tires inflated.
Absolutely. The old momentum is clearly on Team USA's side.
Oh, my. Flat right side, Polo Gutierrez. Here they are, ready to close it out. Let's see if they can do it this inning.
So right now, again, 13-13 in game number 2 from Anyang City, South Korea. The 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships.
Trying to get an unforced error by Dennison, and he did. Short ceiling ball. Left up shot by Vanderson.
Oh, Vanderson with a great extension.
Mexico had an opportunity there twice.
Wow. Half down, and right now, again, as they wipe the floor, a lot of perspiration. It's been very, very warm in Mexico
Javier,
and in South Korea.
And, yes. It's been warm on the court. I'll tell you, it's summertime here in Korea. Mexico would like to have that point back because they had a chance to get to 14 match point. Another great serve.
Moreno on serve.
Great return. Oh, my.
Moreno couldn't quite do anything with the ball.
Well, Dennison saw Moreno charging the front wall, so he consciously hit the ball chest level. 130 mile per hour BB coming at your chest, you're not going to be able to do much with it.
There you see Dennison with a very confident look on his face. And Team Mexico, you got to wonder what they're thinking right now. They've had a couple of opportunities slip on by after leading by as many as 3 in this game. We're now tied up 13-13. The Team USA getting ready to serve.
Let's see what Vanderson does this time if he goes with an offensive serve.
So now Vanderson gets ready to serve. And once again, it's 13-13. Vanderson, last minute instruction. There's a lot of communication.
They're not
have to
sure what they want to
do.
It's so critical, and they're calling a timeout.
To think things over.
Exactly. They need some coaching at this point.
And right now we're going to take a break as well, and some more of the sights and sounds from beautiful Anyang City, South Korea. More coming up right after this on the Tennis Channel. Welcome back to the 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships. Dan Kushel along with Gary Mazeroff. And Gary, a lot of strategic moves being made right now.
Absolutely. This is a critical inning for the U.S. They used one of their 3 one-minute timeouts because, quite frankly, Vanderson and Dennison did not know or weren't confident what serve to use. So they used a timeout to confer with their coaching staff. Let's see what Mr. Ellis has come up with.
And there you see Vanderson getting ready to serve, tied up 13-13.
Half lob. Oh, my. Didn't work. Didn't work.
Javier Marino absolutely read that like a book.
He was able to extend, put a lot of pressure on the U.S., and Dennison's response was a weak return.
So now it is
they got a break.
They got a break.
The ball broke. The ball
Was there
broke.
Was there ever a time where they need a break like that? When the ball breaks,
they literally got 2 breaks, Stan.
Yep.
They got 2 breaks.
Yeah. That was
the ball and the replay.
That was a tremendous play by Javier Marino.
Yeah.
Now they're breaking in the ball, and when it breaks, they just replay the ball.
Let's see if they had an opportunity to learn from that mistake. Yes, it's a high lob, and he goes up top. Now here's a chance for him to end the rally. But
Dennison.
Oh, wow. Okay, he's fishing here. He's fishing.
Play
He's fishing for
a call.
An avoidable hinder call. He's not going to get it.
You got to play the ball. You got to play.
Well, he didn't. I mean, if that were his intent, not to hurt his opponent, then he'd hold up. But he was fishing, so he would get a rally-ending shot. They're playing it again. Now they're appealing it, but it's.
So now they are down to 3 appeals up to this point.
Exactly. What happened was both linespersons agreed with the referee's call, so they lose an appeal, and it's a replay. 13-13 for server.
So here's Vanderson. Dennison again, extension. Marino.
Oh, my.
And Dennison with a nice reaction after that.
Moreno just jammed the ball cross court into his forehand hitting zone. Didn't get full extension, but found some way to end the rally with a near side pinch, and now they're serving for game.
Game point, 14-13, game number 2 in a very exciting match between Team USA and Team Mexico. Game point is at hand right now for Team USA. Vanderson can win it here for the Americans.
Remember, folks, this is to force the third game or the tiebreaker, which is 11 points.
Vanderson.
Straight in kill return. Terrible serve.
When you think it's going to go one way, it goes the exact opposite.
Okay. What happened there was it was a rally-ending shot by Moreno, but the strings on his racket broke. Now, in international play, the player is entitled to an official equipment timeout that doesn't count as one of their 3 timeouts, and they have 30 seconds to get another frame, which he did. So it's second server, still serving for game.
So 14 serving 13 Dennison.
Oh, again, an unforced error by Vanderson.
Man, this is
Let's
just
see if they can ride
amazing.
Let's see if Mexico can ride this and close it out.
They've been given every opportunity right now. Polo Gutierrez with a chance to tie the game now, 13-14.
Can you wrap that ball around?
Dennison. Polo. Javier Marino.
You got to play into your strength. The U.S. is doing what Mexico is so strong at. And these guys are unfazed. So now Mexico can close it out as 14-14.
So now tied up 14-14. And here goes the serve by Gutierrez.
Oh!
Gutierrez!
Wow!
Has now beaten the Americans. And are going to the championship.
We are. Jack Husek versus the same Polo Gutierrez.
Absolutely phenomenal. We'll be back to wrap it up in the 12th IRF World Racquetball Championships right after this from Anyang City, South Korea on the Tennis Channel.